What's up, Knights of Vex? Welcome to another Journey Quest video, where today we got to talk about the brand new quest to unlock 2 Inquisitors absolutely for free. We have the perfect guide for you to get you there. No need to have late game or fully maxed out Inquisitors to get this done. I was able to get this done on my 1-year free-to-play account that has absolutely zero investment towards Inquisitors. I'm talking absolutely nothing. So today we're going to talk about a very early game perspective and also a end game perspective for any end game players that want to get this done nice and quick, or for early game players that are just looking to get this done immediately and as quickly and efficient as possible. So these quests are giving you Omegas, Zetas, as well as 2 Inquisitors at Relics. It's going to give you Grand Inquisitor practically for free if you can complete these quests and bring them to Relic 5. Not hard at all. So we're going to go right into the gameplay right away. The first quest is a no-brainer. Absolutely easy. You got to win 10 battles with Barriss in your squad. No other event is better than that than Grandmaster Yoda's Tier 1 event. If you guys don't have Barriss available, she is a 25 shard unlock. Very easily accessible. Might take you a day or two to get her fully unlocked, but it's really not difficult. She's on a hard note, I believe. They moved her. She recently wasn't, but that's where you're going to find her. So you're going to see here, we're going to play the footage. I'm going to play it on 1.5 speed. It is simply the final tier of the first tier of the Grandmaster Yoda event. My Barriss is 2-star, Gear 1, Level 1. Does not matter. You just need her in your roster. You do that 10 times. I'm going to show you really quick. That's 10 battles just like that. As a result, you're going to be getting 10 Zetas. Just like that. So as long as you have Barriss unlocked, Tier 1 of Yoda is probably the easiest event of any journey guide there is to date. So just make sure you have her unlocked. Nice and easy. Grandmaster Yoda Tier 1, no-brainer. Now, that leaves into Purge 100 times. And this one, a lot of members have been reaching out to me. They don't think they can do it. There's good news. There's many different options for brand new players. Extreme early game. No heavy investment for your Inquisitors at all. Your safest bet, if you don't want to put any investment at all, I brought my 8th brother to level 50 and Gear 2. That's it. Just so he has a possibility of surviving any opening damage play. And there's nothing in his abilities all of his abilities are level 1. So this is the cheapest way to do it. His shard is available on 6 something. It's on the same node as IG-11's ship. So I will post a screenshot in this video showing you exactly where to get it. He's a 25 character shard unlock. Not bad. Probably going to be your second best option or your best option without putting any investment. There's an easier character to get immediately. You have to put in a little bit of investment towards one ability. But if you guys want to go for the basic route as possible, it's going to take you some time. But if you're very early game, it's extremely worth it to just grind this feat out. All you have to do is take in 8th brother. He has an irresistible Purge AoE ability on his middle special. I brought in absolute weak Empire, the weakest I had available, and 8th brother in the lead. So you're going to see here, Tier 1 of the R2 event. They're going to do their thing. You throw it on full auto, that's 6 Purge right there. You're going to lose the battle. You're going to have to do this a ton. CG currently has this bugged, by the way. It's supposed to be 100 Purge. It's in-game displaying 200 Purge. So this is going to take you quite a bit for very, very early game. But I promise you it's worth it. So you're going to see here, you get 6 stacks of Purge, just like that. I started at 18, went to 25. Now, other option. This is going to be your second best option. 5th brother. He's available on an even easier node on Cantina Energy. 25 character unlock shard. Not hard to get. Bring him to 2-star. I have him at level 50 and Gear 2. 2-star. That's it. The only issue with this character is on the middle ability, you have to take him to the Omega level. So you have to bring his ability all the way to get maxed out. If you do that, he's going to be able to apply Purge on his middle special. So you're going to be able to apply it more with this character than 8th brother, so it doubles your time. This is an easier character to get to 8th brother because you can do Cantina Energy, and those characters are very easy to get. So you're going to see here, that's 6 stacks of Purge on the AoE. Throw it on full auto. He's going to get to a second one. That's going to be an extra 6 stacks of Purge, so that's 12 per battle. So he goes down close, boom, that's another stack of Purge. That's 12 per battle. So it's really not that bad. So that's another option for very early game players. You're going to see it stacking up. Now, if you want to double dip, and you have both these characters unlocked, which I do at 2-star, you're 2-star, Gear 2, level 50. Same exact setup that I showed you before. You're going to get even more Purge. So if you have them unlocked, very low gear, very easy, low star. If you guys have them way more developed, just increase the tier of the R2 event to make sure they can survive to inflict those stacks of Purge. But this is for brand new early game players that don't want to put any investment into these guys because you're going to get them at Relics anyway. Just get them unlocked, bring them to the bare minimum, and you're going to be fine. Extra stacks of Purge just like that. Once you do that a bunch of times, you're going to get your token. You're going to get your 8th brother token. Not hard at all. Easy. Now, we got to talk about is another cheese. Another cheese for very early game. It is when you have a third sister in the ally slot. So you're going to see here. That's the node that I was showing. It's the mod battle with the Night Sisters. I believe it's 9F. So let's go back for a second. I want to make sure we capture that. I forgot I included this one. This is another cheese you can do. So we're going to pause. Yes, it's actually 9C. 9C for the mod battles. If you bring in the ally cheese, you're going to get even more stacks of Purge as a very early game player. So you're going to see here, I have my main account as an ally. I have Vexatron. I'm using my free-to-play account currently. I have third sister in the lead. All you have to do is clear your ally slot and put any Inquisitor you have unlocked in the leader slot. It could be your 8th brother who's gear 2, your 5th brother at gear 2. I was just showing it on my Exile Vex account. Don't need to have a Relic second sister to get this done. Riva carries the battle. This is meant for early game. So if you have an ally or you have a friend that plays that has late game characters, bring it against this team in this node, you're going to get like 140 stacks of Purge in a single battle. So if you guys are having trouble finding allies that don't have Riva in the lead, come join my Discord. Reach out to a player, ask them if you can add them as a friend, put Riva in the lead slot for the mod challenges, and you'll be able to get this done. Just makes it a little bit easier if you have a friend playing. It will just speed up your process. It's not essential by any means, but I thought I'd show you this little trick just in case you do have someone that plays or is very endgame and you can add them as an ally. This will help you get the stacks of Purge even easier. So this node here has a bunch of enemies, and it has zombies. So once you kill zombie comes back a bunch of times. You kill an enemy, 6 stacks of Purge are reapplied. So you're going to see here, Odaka brings enemies back. You get a kill, 6 stacks of Purge are reapplied. Nice and easy. Just do auto basic. That's the most important thing. So here, another revive. You're going to get a kill, 6 stacks of Purge. Right there. If I was able to target Acolyte a little earlier, it would have been easier. So I went from 0 to 145. So that's another very good cheese for extreme early game. Now, if you guys are more endgame and you want to do it nice and quick, do the same exact node, bring in a full squad of Inquisitors, and you're going to get this done in 2 battles. So I bring in my full Inquisitor squad. I take out Revan out of the ally slot because you just want to use them, and just do it on auto basic. You do this, you're going to get about 115 to 120 stacks of Purge per battle, depending on how it goes. It's mod energy. It's not that bad. You're actually farming a good node for your mod material. So even if you have to spend energy on mods, it's not the end of the world. They're all needed for your resources. So you have to spend a day doing mod energy on your quest. It's kind of worth it in the long run. So same exact node. This is a great node for killing massive amounts of enemies and getting your Purge. So I target zombie. I should have targeted the other characters first in hindsight because I could have gotten even more stacks of Purge, but it ended up being this way. It's going to be 2 battles no matter what. So I got 114 in that battle. Once you complete all of that, you're going to get your 8th brother at Gear 13 Relic 0, which is awesome. For free. Not hard at all. Really not hard at all. I love it. Now, what we got to talk about now is going to be, I believe this is the defeat 50 Jedi enemies with an Inquisitor present. I'm going to show you a couple different battles. The next one is going to be Mod Battle 9D. There's a ton of Jedi here. A ton. You don't need to have Inquisitors get the kill. You can have any team you want. I'm going to showcase battles where I just used 8th Brother just for an example. But you don't have to get a kill. It doesn't need to be a full squad of Inquisitors. So here I just used Empire just for fun. Throw in a bunch of low gear. If you guys want to have a lot of high gear characters, I could have used my Galactic Legend. I could have used any characters that were up and running like Darth Vader. Not bad. But if you bring in an ally in the ally slot that's pretty powerful, use your 8th Brother, you're getting a ton of Jedi defeats in this battle. I believe you get 14. So as you can see here, another mod battle. There's a ton of Jedi in this tier. So they're going to do their thing. I'm going to show you one more battle after this. Veers is doing work. You go from 0 to 14. Not bad. It's a couple battles. This is for all early, mid, and endgame players. Another battle you can do, if you really, want to take your sweet time, if you don't have access to the endgame nodes, you could do the first tier of the R2 event. This is going to be 50 times. This is not what I'm going to recommend, but if you're super, super desperate, there is a single Jedi in this tier. You get 1 defeat. I don't recommend this way, but it's really meant for desperate plays. Now, over here, we're going to back up a little bit because I skipped it, but there is a node on the end game of the campaigns. It's 9F of Dark Side. There are more Jedi here, so if you feel like splitting up your mod energy with your regular energy, you get 13 this battle as well. So, for example, I just used my 8th brother just for fun. Just to showcase that you don't even need a full high up gear characters, but you could. I highly recommend you throw in extra characters to make it even easier. But you're going to get even more Jedi kills with this one. So if you split between your mod energy and your regular energy, it's a good balance for the both. So there's 4 more Jedi in this tier, and it makes it really, really easy. So there, just continuing the battle. Obviously, if you have a solo 8th brother with no mods and no relics, it's going to take you a little bit more time. So again, recommend bringing in an ally in the ally slot, as well as characters that you own, like Darth Vader, or any characters that are up and running. The whole point I wanted to show is that you don't need it. You can still get it done solo, specifically on this tier. The mod one, you're going to have to bring in some characters because he cannot do it on his own unless you have mods, or you bring up his relic levels. They hit a little bit too hard, and he gets outnumbered. But this is really not difficult. He's a huge counter to Jedi with the blind and stuff like that. So it's wonderful that you get to have a character at Relics for free like this. It's just really one of the best updates they have done in the recent 10-year anniversary was the quest. Very big for my free-to-play account. Very big. I can now eventually go for a Grand Inquisitor unlock. So this is awesome. Obviously, this takes a little bit of time. You're going to see on the right, I go from 26 to 39. Just showing you a different option. Different option. Once you complete all that, you get your 3 Omega materials, which leaves the final one for this specific journey guide quest, and it's going to be defeat 100 enemies with dark side unaligned force users. The positive to this is that your brand new 8th brother is a dark side unaligned force user. So I'm going to show you a bunch of different options that you could utilize. First one, the R2 event is your friend for very, very early game players. Use the same exact combo that I showed you before. You now have a Relic 8th brother. He is now going to one-shot the entire first wave. That's going to give you 6 right there. Right then and there. You throw it on auto, boom. You do that a couple times. It's going to get you to 100. It's a little grindy, but in the beginning, very early, I promise you it's worth it. Without having investment towards your Inquisitors, this is a breeze. So that's very early game. Now, what you can do to speed this process up for endgame, go back to the Night Sister node. You get 25 per battle with this team. If you have Grand Inquisitor and not Reva, don't worry. Grand Inquisitor works. It doesn't matter. Throw it on auto basic. Target the sides. Kill zombie 3 times because she has a revive. Keep going. That's a bunch right there. Next wave. Keep killing them. Make sure you kill zombie first before you end the wave because she revives 3 times on each wave. That is massive. Now here, same exact concept. Kill zombie. Kill the sides. She's going to revive. You could honestly kill the sides even more so Oda can get the revive again. But once you do this battle, you're going to see that's 25 dark side underlined force user kills in one battle. You do that 4 times, the feat is done. You're farming your mod energy anyway, and your mod materials. It's 100% worth it. Once you do all that, you're going to be fine. So that's done. You get your 9th sister, and just like that, you now have 2 Inquisitor allies at Relics for your pleasure and leading you towards the Grand Inquisitor event, or even throwing them into an Empire team. So this is a massive positive change by CG. I hope you guys found this useful. If you did, please leave a like, comment down below, and share it with your guilds. Love to help you. And again, if you guys want help on the ally cheese to make your process a little bit faster, go to my Discord, ask for help by the community. I'm sure they will help you out. And I have another account where I'll put I'll have 50 ally spots open with my very end game account, Goth Mommy Sexy Vexy, to help you guys out with this feat for very early game players that can't get this done. So again, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel to support your boy Vex and to become a Knight of Vex. And I'll see you guys in the next one. May the Force be with you all.